Trinidad legacy stories, The Merikins. Brought to you by the National Gas Company, at the forefront of energy.
When the Corps of Colonial Marines, ex-soldiers from the War of 1812, arrived in Trinidad, they came in battalions of 6 companies, just as they were recruited for the War of 1812, and they were settled in what is present-day Moruga Road, off on the outskirts of Princestown. The head of each household received 16 acres of land as payment for their war effort. We had first company is present-day Hindustan area. Second company, who for many years people thought was lost at sea, is really present-day Pitti Cafe and Matilda area. Third company is a street in Indian Walk, but Indian Walk is really third company. Fourth company was settled in Hardbagging area, Williamsville. They later moved because they complained about the quality of the land that they had gotten. They said they got a hard bargain, and they were moved to New Grand, so hence the reason for the name New Grand. Fifth and sixth companies have retained their original names and, of course, their original settlement. One of the legal challenges that we will have at present is the fact that deeds from that time period seem to be missing. Red House fire in 1903 that came off of the water riots, where a lot of documents would have perished in that fire. However, cadastral plans for the various areas still carry the names of the original settlers. There have been people who have been occupying their ancestral lands from that time till now. They are occupying, but in a lot of instances, they do not have the legal title. So I've spoken about our challenges, and we have challenges as everything else in life, but we also have hope, and we also have success stories. There are people who are using their land, even up to today, to make sure that they maintain a livelihood.
This evening's dinner will be traditional American food. Smoked saltfish with green bananas, what we call green fig.
I am Marva Sandy, American descendant from both my parents. The American Farmers Market was a brainchild of mine. We call it American Farmers Market because it's involved the Merikins. We target the farmers and ladies who make their bread and do their home gardening and do arts and crafts and things, to come to the market to sell the thing, to create employment for people, create entrepreneurs, keep the legacy going, because that is how Americans lived.
Americans had to feed themselves. The land was their source of food. In the same vein, they made sure and passed on parcels of land to their descendants. They passed on land to their churches. Fifth Company Baptist Church is a good example. Coffee Babcock, an original settler, he donated land to the community where Fifth Company Baptist Church is housed. Third Company is another example. Western, an original settler, he donated land also to the church for the erection of their church.
I have a great sense of pride knowing that my ancestors gave the lands for the church. It's like a light that continues to burn, because regardless if one generation goes, the church actually provides burial spot for additional generations to come. And it actually provides us with a sense of legacy that even the younger generation coming forward would actually know that their foreparents actually gave the land for a specific purpose, and still today it meets a specific needs. As American descendant, owning land for me is a sense of recognition for the sacrifice I think that my ancestors would have made in some of them losing their lives and giving us the opportunity to now to be some of the first black landowners in Trinidad. So I feel that is a great sense of pride, being a landowner. Yeah, what makes me American proud is the sense that my ancestors, some of them gave their life, some of them gave their blood, their sweat, in order for us today to become some of the first black landowners in Trinidad and Tobago. And for me, I think that that is one of the greatest beacon and light that they actually shine upon us, because even when slavery was not abolished in Trinidad and Tobago, our ancestors paved the way for us to be the first black landowners in Trinidad and Tobago.
Trinidad Legacy Stories, The Merikins. Brought to you by the National Gas Company, at the forefront of energy.